I Today I'm going to talk about something you may not think about it. Our guilty conscience, the grief, dreams, anger, and guilt. Most of us dream at night. It's untrue if anyone says they don't, because our self-conscious mind brings out what had happened in the past and the present, but it will not tell you the future. All of us have guilt. Within us, we feel guilty if someone close to you passes away. I often feel that we get angry because we are feeling guilty about something in our mind. When anyone close to us passes away, we feel guilty that we were not there to help them. We weren't there. That's a kind of guilt. And we feel that we could have been there to save them. But I don't think, even if we were there to save them, they would be alive. Because this universe has found a way to twist things. The grief and pain within ourselves will not go away until how can we get rid of the guilt what we have? We can reach up to a path like a gate and we get stuck there. Everyone in this world has a guilty conscience. They have guilt in them. When they are born, from the beginning of time, when there may be time for them to understand about what grown-ups are doing and what grown-ups are not doing, and they feel that they should tell their parents how they're feeling, but they're guilty. They have that guilt in them saying that, no, we can't advise our parents because they're older and they know more about us. The guilt will remain until our demise. Every human being is guilty about one thing or the other. Even the olden gurus were guilty in producing what we call a religion and religious causes. Catastrophe in our life, the holy people are guilty and they know it. All our lords, like what we pray to, are also, I think, guilty of making mankind believe in their treachery. We get up in the morning feeling great, and suddenly our mood changes. Have you ever thought about that? We have been dreaming about something, and suddenly that dream had come into our mind and disturbed us. And we feel guilty about that dream. We tend to do stupid things and regret later on, and that is also guilt. We regret later on, and that is also guilt. There is no end to our guilt. We will feel the guilt if we hide something every silly from your friends or your husband or your wife, your partner, or even from our children. Guilt has no limits, and somebody in this world is without any guilt, and nobody in this world, nobody in this world is without any guilt. Anyway, wherever you look, there are some kind of holy people around, and they have hidden guilt within them that they cannot disclose. When my brother passed away, I felt guilty that I couldn't be there for him. When my granddaughter passed away, I felt guilty that if only I was with her, it wouldn't have happened. But one thing is always there. What has to happen will happen. Whatever way you may have tried to avoid anything happening will happen. We don't know what to expect when we die, but our life that we call soul, can we honestly believe that it will not be gone with our lifeless body? I don't know. There are people who call themselves medium, and they have the, kind of power to bring back the dead. I don't know if that's true. Bring back the dead and talk to us, and that is also a guilt that we are trying to cover. Any kind of relief we seek are a kind of guilty body that has been lingering in our mind. We may feel guilty that certain thing, if we only had done this and that, our loved ones wouldn't have passed away. But that's not true. They're old and they have to go. But we cannot hold back anything. That is or has happened, could be a reason behind it. And to feel that way is also a lot of guilt. Anyway, because we are hiding all the time behind guilt. And we don't have any control of our brain and its function, and our mind wanders into space and make us feel guilty of what is going to happen. Sometimes we do stupid things and regret later. And the regret is the guilt. We cannot trust ourselves. Our brain sometimes take over, and that thought itself frightens me. Do you suppose that could happen? We see people with mentally ill and we call them mad. What is mad? It is the guilty that has come into their brain and make them do what they shouldn't have done. That is guilt. Why do you think people commit suicide? Because they feel guilty. of doing something that they are not supposed to do, that they shouldn't have done. This kind of conscious belief has been troubling me for a very long time. I will end up here today and then talk about it again tomorrow, or maybe another day, because this is not a continuous of global grandpa. It's just a talk about what I believe in. Maybe because I'm getting older and older. Like I said to my daughter, those old people, I got the old people's skin. My daughter just laughed and said, "You're bloody old." Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. See you again next time when I come back. Bye. God bless. If you subscribe for me, I'm standing on 89. Make it 90 for heaven's sake. Bye-bye.